Oh, it's just you, artful friend. I haven't quit cosplaying, I swear. I've been cosplaying in the closet. It's our very first episode of Cosplaying in the Closet. I am super excited to finally get this ball a-rolling, because it's been a-rolling in my head for quite a while. And I thought, you know what? I just gotta do it. There's no better time than 2018. And when this channel is dying. So, this series is going to be a series of episodes with different little series sprinkled on in. You know, sprinkle it on in. We will be having amazing series like Conjuring Up from the Dead, the series that we did here on Artful Impersonator a long time ago, Cosplay Basics, which will be about how to take care of your wigs, how to make cosplay outfits in the best way that I know how, because I can't sew. I'm such a fail of a cosplayer, but I know that entertainment is key. Entertainment is on your mind. You don't want just a lot of mumbo-jumbo how-tos. No. You want entertainment, and entertainment is what I will provide, I hope. And it will be the entertainment for you that you will enjoy, I hope. Here on this will be interviews. That's right. There will be cosplay. Why? Because this is the cosplay closet. I'm not just gonna stand here the whole time not in cosplay. That'd be weird. So there will be interviews. I will be interviewing other cosplayers. I hope. I don't know any names of cosplayers right now that I can interview, so don't ask because they're not on the list just yet because I don't know anybody. You gotta be somebody to know somebody, and well, honey, that's where you come in. I need to know people, and to get to know somebody, you gotta tell them about me. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So, in the meantime, since I don't have other cosplayers to interview just yet, I'm sure that I'll find them. I will be interviewing the characters that you see all around here. That's right, I will be in cosplay interviewing the characters so they can tell about their lives, what they've been up to, the fun little shenanigans that they get into, and all those sorts of things. I'm hoping that this series will be just a fun one, full of great episodes and challenges. That's right. I'm gonna let you all challenge me occasionally. I'm scared about that. Not gonna lie. Very scared about that. But I trust you all. We're all friends here. We can trust each other not to do the cinnamon challenge, which will kill me, or any other challenge anymore they all will kill you, won't they? You all won't do that, but cosplay challenges. Challenge me with things to do with cosplay. Or challenge a character, a character that can cosplay to do those challenges. I am excited about this. I hope that you all are excited about this as well. And if you are not an artful friend already, well, there's no better time but now. So hit the subscribe button and ring-a-ding-ding the bell to get the key to my cosplay closet so that you may enter and see right whenever I open the door the episodes that will be there awaiting you. I want to take you back to the beginning. Back when I donned cat ears for the first time on YouTube. The times were 2008. I found cosplay in 2007, just perusing the internet, the unfiltered image search of Google back then, where you could look up a toaster and find other things. So, I was looking up anime, as one teenager might do, and I found someone dressed up as a character that I very much loved, and I said, that is what I want to do with my life. I had always wanted to be a Sailor Scout as a child, but I didn't think that was possible. So, I decided with a character that I very much felt I related to a lot in a way, not in the kin way because that wasn't a thing as far as I am aware back in the day. I wanted to cosplay him for the first time. So I bought a wig off of the internet. I bought these ears off the internet, which back in the day was terrifying because it was unsafe to order anything from China or online at all. I got this wig and a few other wigs. I don't know which number of wig this is, but it's one of my first. These ears, and I scoured my closet and even got some hand-me-downs from my aunts, and yes, I wore girl clothing back then, and I felt proud of it. Anything that reminded me of the character, I wore. The very typical closet cosplay. And then, I didn't have any friends. I was alone. So I was like, this isn't enough to just sit here wearing an outfit. This feels sad. So I decided I needed to share this joy with other people. And that's where I found that I could make a YouTube account and put up my very first cosplay video. My very first cosplay video on YouTube was actually a music video of me in cosplay. And why I chose to do that was because my very first videos I ever made were a ton of AMVs. And I didn't have anybody to share those with, and I wasn't going to put them online, but I decided to put the cosplay music video out, and I said, this is good, but it's not enough. So I decided that I wanted to be in character. Cosplay as the character themselves speaking to a camera. I had seen some skit videos here and there on YouTube in cosplay, but I wanted to do more. So I got in front of my closet door and I filmed my very first few episodes. Which is strange, because now we have come full circle and we are in the closet. It's not the same closet, but the metaphor is nice. And there, I filmed and thought, it's still not enough. I'm not reaching enough people. So I decided I wasn't happy just cosplaying by myself. So I started out cosplaying with myself, where I cosplayed 2 characters. I wrote up a script, and we communicated back and forth through the magic of editing. And then that got people to want to join me. They'd never seen anything like that, so they wanted to join me. So I had friends from all sides of the world and other parts of the US. And then we could cosplay together through the power of the internet. So I would write up a script, they would film their scenes, I would film mine, they would send me their footage, which was a lot more difficult back in the day than it is now. They would send me their footage, and I would edit it together, and it would seem as though we were all together, with just different lighting and graininess to the cameras and what have yous, but still, it felt right. It was so much fun, I very much enjoyed doing it, and then I met people for the first time to actually cosplay with in real life. And that is where I started here on this channel, which was already created and hadn't really launched much yet. And I was asked to be the manager, if you will, of this channel to kind of get it boosted more. I was to be more behind the scenes, more behind the camera, film a little bit, yes, in front of the camera, but mostly the editor, the photographer, and what have yous. But now I am here, and I am so thankful. I never would have thought that I would make it with all of you, artful friends. Honestly, it's baffling to me. I know this channel isn't that huge, but from a kid who screamed and cried with delight over 100 subscribers on their very first YouTube channel, this is incredible to me. And so I want to thank you all very much for allowing me to share with you where I started, but also share where I am going. And this series I am excited for, because it'll bring more cosplay into my life, which I kind of felt at the age of 26. I said it! My time was coming to an end. But no! I refuse to quit just yet. So if you'll have me, thank you. And I promise my cosplays have got better than this. I promise. Welcome to Cosplay Basics. In this episode, we will be tackling the dilemma to make or to buy. It is a challenge that all of us cosplayers have to face eventually, which is, do I make my cosplay or do I buy it? And the first question that I always ask myself is, how much am I willing to spend on this cosplay alone? I don't have a lot of money, so I save up my money and budget it out. So a lot of the time I do prefer to make it if I can, and in making it, I like to go to thrift stores. So whenever you're thinking about making or buying, making a simple outfit, such as Nezumi from number 10, was easy to make and get most of the items from thrift stores. His scarf, easy to just get at the fabric store. That was simple enough. The jacket, I just bought online, a jacket that looked nice enough. The shirt, that's obviously a thrift store buy. And these cargo pants, well, it's easy enough in my talent range to just fringe up some pants. But what if your talent range doesn't include sewing, such as myself? I cannot sew, and there's an outfit that just you don't know how you would make it for a good enough price and it look correct. That's where making your outfit might be a little more difficult. You can always buy online or commission. And if you buy online though, I will note that if you are a stickler for details like I am, then sometimes you may not be getting what you want, and you may choose then to make it so that you get all of those details, or you get it online and you adjust it and add those details into the thing that you purchased. So Cosplay Sky was nice enough to send me this outfit that I have wanted, but I definitely cannot make, and I cannot make for cheap. I don't have the sewing ability to make this. CosplaySky.com is down below in the description box. They are incredible. I've actually bought quite a few things from them, and they have sent me a few cosplays. I actually really like them. They get the details right, and I don't know that even if I bought something pre-made, that if it didn't come with this, I don't think I would be able to create that. So buying online or commissioning is sometimes the way to go with cosplay. It doesn't make you a cosplay cheater. Cosplay is whatever you make it. Even a closet cosplay, where you just find little outfits that remind you of the character in your own closet, that's the way to go as well. But if you are looking to be noticed at con immediately as that character, then getting an outfit that looks like the character, that is correct to the details, that's generally what cosplay is considered, but cosplay is whatever you want it to be. So Cosplay Sky sent me this. I really like it. It has the details that he has, and I may modify a little bit, but that's just because I am such a stickler for the details. And there are talents I definitely couldn't figure out, especially for cheap, how I would ever create, which is such as this jacket. This jacket has so many details to it. Now I could maybe painstakingly paint on all of these details to a jacket that is already pre-made, or sew a jacket. Never mind. I could essentially paint it on or embroider it on. Obviously I don't have that talent, or find somebody in the area who could do that, but there are so many details to this jacket that there was no way I was going to be able to create this. The only thing I could probably get out of a thrift store is obviously the shirt I already owned, and some sweatpants. I could probably get away with just finding some red sweatpants at the thrift store. But the jacket, I definitely knew I had to buy. So I bought it online, and I highly recommend looking at review pictures before you buy online. That way you know that what you are actually getting compared to the picture that they may be trying to say it is. You make sure that everything matches up and that it'll be to your delight. But those are just my simple tips and tricks of how to decide if you are going to make your cosplay or if you are going to buy your cosplay. Again, cosplay is what you make it, but I hope that this helps. That'll do it for Cosplay Basics this week. Welcome to the show, Cooking with Strider. In today's episode, we will be making poor person pizza. All this recipe really requires is tortillas. Everything else is left to your imagination with your leftovers. So let's get started. Like I said, all you will need is tortillas, preferably 2. Mine are pretty floppy, but they are like a year old. It doesn't matter the age here. I think that everything ages like a nice fine wine. So I dug in the back of my freezer and I found some pizza rolls that are probably a year or 2 old. What can we do to salvage these? Well, we have our handy dandy deep fryer. Just pop these into the deep fryer. Don't get popped yourself, because that's never fun. But it happens sometimes, and you can have really cool ninja scars from the kitchen when you do. So just pop those in there. Throw in some curly fries if you have them. Again, this is all up to what you have in your kitchen as leftovers. Let that cook for a bit, and while you're letting that cook, you're going to get your handy dandy waffle iron. And with this waffle iron, you are going to stick your tortilla right in there. And that's where you're going to get, if you have some sauce, this sauce is only 6 months old. So see, it's all nice and good. Pour on as much as you would like. You are your own chef in this kitchen. And grab the cheese. That's right, if you've got some government cheese like bro has in ours, then you sprinkle that on in. Yes. You too can make your own pizza with your very own recipe. But this is just mine. I prefer cheese. People always say they can't cook. They haven't tried to cook like a Strider. Always cook like a Strider, and you are a chef. A world-renowned chef. You're different, you're unique, you're one of a kind. Right off of there, put it on the plate. Oh yeah, this is looking divine. And like I said, just you can sprinkle it with whatever you'd like, anything that makes you happy. So some roach-infested crackers for a little texture and taste. Gotta get that protein somehow. And then, a little bit of salt. You know what? What we really need to do. You know what I'm thinking. You know me. Yes. Fish oil. Oh god, yes. That'll do it for Cooking with Strider. Stay cool. In the spirit of re-exploring my past in cosplay, I decided that the very first challenge in this series will be to do kind of like the how I did my makeup in middle school challenge. Well, the only thing is, personally, I didn't do my makeup in middle school. And I didn't start cosplaying until, like, high school. But I thought that we could do the challenge of how I used to do my makeup for cosplay when I very first started out. And let me tell you, it was bad. But I didn't know any better. I didn't know how to do makeup. So I bought some really cheap liquid eyeliner, which also I found out was a mistake. But this was basically all I had. I didn't have foundation. I didn't have, like, everything great. I just was like, I need to create anime eyes. That was all I thought about. I need to have anime eyes. Don't worry about the acne. Don't worry about the fact that you're gonna look weird. Just have anime eyes. And, well, unfortunately, I looked like a raccoon more than an anime character.
You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Let's get started. I'm terrified. And also, do you like the sticker on the back of this mirror? Because an amazing artful friend actually gave me this sticker, and I very much love it. So basically, my goal back in the day wasn't to apply the eyeliner like I normally do. It was to apply it as thick as possible and get every single bit of my eye as I possibly could. Not kidding. I went like all the way up. That's why I looked like a raccoon. It used to take me hours. Now I figure since it's just so bad, it's not gonna take me much time at all to actually do it this time. Because, I mean, all it was raccoon eyes. So, yeah, no, I'm almost already done with this eye for how I used to do it. I wish I were kidding. I also didn't do my waterline. I feared that at the time. I thought that that would, like, hurt me. I still would get liquid eyeliner in my eyeball, like I am right now. But that was always an accident, and I never meant to. And I always thought, like, if I get it down right here, in this part, where my tear duct is, and I made it look kind of like a cat. Pussy! Back in the day, I truly thought this looked good. I got a lot of hate on my pictures. I got a lot of hate on my videos. And I would be upset about it, but then I'm so glad I listened. I started to not see it as hate anymore, even though it was very, very rude. It wasn't constructive criticism by any means, but I decided to take it as constructive criticism, and I learned from it, and I got better and better over time, and YouTube started to become more popular, so people who actually had makeup skills were actually posting makeup videos, so I would watch a lot of those to try to figure out and emulate what they were doing. Even though I didn't have money and I wasn't gonna go, like, ask to go buy makeup, because that would have just been awkward in my high school days of being like, hey, I need to go buy some makeup for cosplay. I felt awkward in the makeup aisle just even buying this. That's why, like, I'd watch all these makeup artists, or YouTube makeup artists, and I wouldn't go buy the products. Nowadays, I still feel kind of self-conscious going into the makeup aisle because everybody just stare at me, but I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, I know why I'm here, and if they want to judge me, they can judge me, but I've got too many people, like you, artful friends, that are counting on me to buy this. Done. This is exactly what it used to look like. I wish I were lying. It was this thick all the way around, it was always smudgy and smeary, and man, I feel like I'm reliving a moment. A moment in time. A lot of the time I also didn't have mascara, so this is just as bad as it was. And, you know, I don't feel ashamed of it though. And I don't feel ashamed of it because it shows me that at least I've grown, I've accomplished more in my makeup skills, and you can always learn something from your past. It's a good reminder sometimes to just look back and see that, yes, sometimes you made mistakes, but you're not your mistakes, you don't have to stay your mistakes, and I did not stay my makeup mistakes, and I am thankful for that. But this is how it was, and I am just going to say that if you yourself are not excited about where your cosplay is just yet, where you look at other cosplayers and you're like, man, I'll never be that good. I was in the same boat, and I'm still kind of in the same boat. I know that there is stuff that I can progress in and get better at over time, and instead of feeling down about it like I used to, I now feel excited about it, of, wow, that's really cool to know that, yes, for sure, I can get better. I got better than this, so I definitely can get better from where I still am right now. That's exciting. So, keep doing what you're doing. Keep having fun with it. If you're fine and happy with where you're at with your cosplay, like I was for a long time with this makeup, that's fine. Cosplay is what you make it. So have fun with it, enjoy yourself, and I'm gonna try to figure out how to get all this off my face now. But, you know, that's just because I don't cosplay like this anymore. This was just for fun. I hope you understand that. And a nice inspirational message, because it's me. Bye, artful friends.